Yo, what's good? It's your boy DJ Avalanche, the Caribbean's hottest, internationally known. Gotta do a major shout out and salute to the Boxing Source. Check it out every Sunday with my boy JR. It's so amazing, so major, so informative. And make sure y'all keep locked, because I keep it locked right there to the Boxing Source. DJ Avalanche, salute. Bow.
First of all, thanks for everyone that taking the time to watch this video. If you haven't done so already, you can hit the subscribe button below this video and hit the notification bell for getting more content when it comes on this channel. We greatly appreciate it. But right now, I need some help, man. I need some help. I got a question, right? All right, so the fight has been announced for Friday, December 18th, right? Oh, this is gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard for me to do. It's gonna be hard for me to do. All right, Friday, December 18th, right? We got Gennady Golovkin defending the IBF middleweight title against Kamil Szeremeta. All right, that's right. Friday, December 18th. Gennady Golovkin, Kamil Szeremeta, and it will be for the, IBF title, right? Okay. So, my question, right? Hopefully, y'all can help me out, man. I mean, I've been, covering the sport, and stuff like that. We got, like I said, with this announcement that has just been made, it's been said that this is a mandatory defense of the IBF title. All right. So my question is, who hold on, man, hold on. who did Kamil Szeremeta fight to be the mandatory challenger for the IBF title? All right, I can get through this. Right? I can get through this. All right. So, like for example, right? Recently we had a fight between Lee Selby and George Kambosos, and we know that the IBF had announced that Selby versus Kambosos will be for the mandatory spot for the IBF lightweight championship, right? Cool. We knew that Lee Selby and George Kambosos were the top two contenders in the IBF rankings, right? Cool. So when it comes to, what's going down here with Kamil Szeremeta, right? Who did he fight to attain that IBF mandatory position? Like, someone, come on, someone got to help me out, man. Because, I mean, look, if you've been following this page, this channel, and following the podcast, you know what my thoughts are about Gennady Golovkin. All right, y'all know. So when Golovkin had his fight against Sergey Derevianchenko and got the decision, at that time, pretty much people were saying, hey, we should see about having this fight again. It was a great fight. It was a very close fight. We really didn't know if there was a clear winner. A lot of people felt like there wasn't a clear winner in that particular fight. So they were interested in potentially having a rematch. But it was you know what? I'm good. I'll go ahead and face the, that mandatory contender there. You know what I mean? And my thing is well, who did Kamil Szeremeta beat to become the mandatory contender? I'm just trying to figure it out. I mean, like, I'm looking at the, the rankings. You had, Derevianchenko, on there, and he was the mandatory. So when the IBF had ordered the fight between Sergey Derevianchenko and Gennady Golovkin for, at the time, the vacant title, that was because they were the top two guys. Now, the thing is, Kamil Szeremeta was ranked below them. But I'm saying, okay, who did he fight to even get that particular position? Who did he beat? I'm looking at, who's, out there. You don't even have like a Jack Colque on the list. You don't have say maybe a David Lemieux on the list. I don't see that. I don't even see like a Jerome Quigley, nothing like that. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm talking about. So I'm trying to figure it out. Like, who? Y'all, I'm serious, because you had this bout, Golovkin versus Szeremeta, man, and I don't see anything here that, has him in Szeremeta, that is, where he is, a contender, or the top contender, or the mandatory contender for this IBF title. You look at, who his previous fighters that he's faced. It's Oscar Cortez, Edwin Palacios, Andrew Francelet. Palacios lost his last 5 fights, 12-9-1. Oscar Cortez was the guy that Kamil Szeremeta fought in the undercard of Golovkin versus Derevianchenko. And Cortez had lost 2 of his previous 3 fights before facing Kamil Szeremeta. So I'm even I'm just saying, I'm looking at another guy. Who is this? This Francelet guy that Szeremeta fought, and I don't see him in the IBF rankings. So somebody help me out. I need to know the answer. Who did Kamil Szeremeta fight in order to become the IBF mandatory challenger? Because none of these previous guys here, Oscar Cortez, Edwin Palacios, Andrew Francelet, I'll look at Ruben Diaz. I don't even see Ruben Diaz, on the list there. And Ruben Diaz was 25-1 when he fought Kamil Szeremeta. So I'm trying to figure it out, man. Like this is, I know how some people feel about Gennady Golovkin, but this is kind of the things that we've been talking about in the past, where you kind of see these guys that are propped up as mandatory challengers, and you look at their, resumes, and you're like, okay, how is this guy a mandatory challenger? And here we have Kamil Szeremeta. He's there at, 21-0, 5 KOs, 21-0 from Poland. But, I see him as he may be the highest, ranked contender or whatever it is. But like I was saying, I'm like, I don't see where he was able to get to that particular position. I guess maybe it was when he fought for a European title. Maybe. But outside of that, why didn't he fight the likes of a Jack Colque or, David Lemieux or somebody like that? I know that Murata ended up winning a world title or version of a world title. That's why he was, out of the IBF rankings, after, what is it, about March or April of last year, because he had that rematch against Rob Brandt and was able to get that title from Rob Brandt. But outside of that, like I said, you still had the likes of David Lemieux, Jack Colquet, and others that were part of those rankings. And Szeremeta didn't fight any of those guys. But yet he's a mandatory contender. So IBF, how are you able to order some of these other fights for that mandatory spot? Like I said, with you had the George Kambosos fight against Lee Selby, a few weeks ago. But I ain't see anything in reference to Kamil Szeremeta. So hopefully y'all can help me out when it comes to this particular question. If y'all can give me the answer, if y'all have the answer, or if y'all have the details as to how Kamil Szeremeta became the mandatory challenger for the IBF middleweight title, that would be greatly appreciated. That's all I got. I just need some help. Hopefully y'all can help me out with it. But until next time, folks, I'm out. I'll check y'all later. Peace.